Hello, hello. This is Kevin, Resilient ME, picking back up on our Era History Untold game, turn 40. Between episodes, I decided to try to adjust the graphic settings. Went in here without any recording software running. Pivoted around the map, did this and that. Yeah, it's no better when not recording. So, what you're seeing is, unfortunately, representative of the game. There wasn't much I could do without absolutely destroying the settings. I reduced that about as much as I could without it just looking terrible. And I've tweaked a couple things down to medium, removed anything that was on ultra. It's a little more stable, but the frame rate in this game is just bad, and it's not warranted. And I am worried that this is the ancient era with probably the least amount of the stuff on the screen. No. It's the first part of my first impressions is this game needs a lot of work for optimizations. It's better when you're away from the city and the smoke effects. I'm assuming that's what the difference is. I mean, there's models over there. This seems fine. So it's got to be the fire and the smoke. Let's see if we get some of that in the corner. What does that do? That doesn't drop the performance. I don't know. It might just be... It could be the water. It could just be moving the map. If we get the water out of the picture, and if we get the water in the picture... The water is harder than the land for it to render. I feel like I'm doing beta testing work for the devs now, but that's okay. We're also enjoying the living world. I've got a golden age ticking up down here. Let's see what this actually does. Alright, extra prestige. So you want to time those with doing things. Okay. Is it the city center that's bothering the frame rate? I'm wondering if this game's doing some ray tracing or something. So I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you. It certainly wasn't listed in the menu. But the graphics do not warrant the performance. This is the hardest to run game I've had on my computer. Other than that Who is Abby game, which was using ray tracing. Yeah, but we're working on a settler. 3 turns. When I was skimming around the map testing performance, I was trying to give a little bit of thought to where I might send the settler. I originally was thinking the pigs. But that'll just be for cured meats and leather, really. We're already working on that with the fish. I don't think we want to double down. You know, we talked about the candles before, but that's long enough away. Well, I suppose nothing's long enough away not to plan ahead. But what I'm actually thinking is that we triple down on the shellfish. And that either means settling on this side of the bay, and then our civ could be across this bay. There's a meteorite over there. Or pushing further down this coast. Which I'm assuming this is a peninsula. I'm not assuming it enough to completely declare this is the case, but I think I might be on a peninsula just based off that little ocean there. I noticed there were some mountains you can see in the distance over here. So that's interesting. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it means that the land probably goes all the way over there. And we're probably that little peninsula spitting off into one of the cold regions of the world. So I think this is either north or south. I don't know that any of that's relevant to our plans, but there's some grapes. Not worried about grapes and wine. That ship has sailed. This would be a reasonable tile, but again, we're not really using grain for food, and we are trying to keep focused. But with the corn and the grain, I mean, that's gotta be good for food. I think our capital is going to be expanding in that direction. That's a bit too far, perhaps. Capital will probably grab our little choke point here. Or the tile with the whales. I think we want to try to get some salt. So we'll probably grab the whales next. Unless we want to deal with this materials problem. Oh, this tile over here has 2 materials. That might be how we... Oh, this one has 3. And it's adjacent to the meteorite and the shellfish. Okay, I'm thinking our third city might actually want to go over here for the defensiveness. So it'll either be here or here. There's a pretty good argument for the defense if we're further away from home. And then we're going to want some seafaring tech just to be able to quickly move across the ocean and not have to go across the land mass. I think that's what we're thinking. Our scout's gonna get these caches, and then we need to know if there's a civ close. If there's someone closer to that third city location than us, we need to know that. Perhaps even more so than we need the cache. Because that settler is going to be moving in a couple turns. I think that's what we have to do. There's not enough materials over here to sustain a third city. It's the impression I am getting. Unless we went over here, but... There's no food. Yeah. It feels questionable. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Get the military unit moving in that direction too. Probably don't want to hold off the military units too much. At this point, now we can't afford things because we've run out of materials. That needs to be dealt with immediately. Might scrap the hunting camp to get our materials back on that. You're building archers? I don't remember queuing that, but that's okay. You're already doing everything you need to be doing. That's fine. Materials are not going to hurt over there. Yes, I've been using these overlays. I don't need this. Yeah. Alright. It's gonna take a lot of turns to get over there, but over we go. I think turns are cheap in this game though anyway. So are you the specialist? I don't know what it means by specialist. It must be just the settler. I don't know why you want me to build a dwelling. But I don't need a dwelling. I guess I would if I didn't have this. No. Not gonna build that. You refuse. Okay. Some fog busting. We need materials. Materials are here in the territory that has other good things. Easy decision. You know, the AI has definitely been making more military units. Well, that's where all the materials went. Right, there's no materials and you're basically defenseless. Got it. We do not want to be basically defenseless. So I don't think we're actually going to make that hunting camp. I think we're going to make a farm over there. Let me make sure our feast and stuff is going well. We have cured meats now. 25 growth, 10 happiness, 5 food, prosperity bonus. That's also prosperity. What is the happiness doing? Production? I also have the wine from somewhere. I don't know if we want to use that up. Is the growth as important now? Yeah, I think so. Change that around. We'll probably slow down on the feast production a little bit. Wow, there's no reason to take the food out of that. We have how much jewelry? 3, that's gonna last a while. Hit 4 feasts. Switch that. You can just make the feasts, that's fine. Butcher shop has the fish, we're not going to waste the money. This game certainly gives you enough stuff to think about before meeting the other AIs. Also, this bit of fog, yeah. We should know what's in that direction too, shouldn't we? That's going to be done next turn. I have no clue where the hunting camp went. There it is. There's a little bug. I don't think we're worried about one wealth hunting camp. Let's see. If we put a farm, we get the horses. Horses are used for plows. But I mean, the farm will just give us food too. This just gives us grain, which on its own is useless. So, I think the horses are the priority. Unless we want to start on ceramics, but that seems irresponsible. Let's focus that. Once the archer is done, probably use the archer to fog bust it that way.
As you walk the simple paths of your capital, you are greeted by a delightful scent. You find the source, one of the trade vendors, and approach to sample her wares. The merchant excitedly explains how she'd met with a leader of a tribe who kept a large cauldron in the heart of their village, constantly cooking on an endless fire. She traded firewood for some of the stew, but sadly mentions that it's likely their fire won't survive the winter.
This is the more distant tribe that we actually do care about, isn't it? A +2 relationship is huge. Unless that's just overkill, it doesn't help. Yeah, that's the one we care about. We can share either of those just fine. Just share the wood with them. Loyal. Don't know what that's going to mean, but okay. We're on terms with them. And everything is just moving along right now. Crafted rope. Why have we stopped crafting? So how much of this rope did I need? If I was going to make this pyramid, I need 10 rope. I have nothing else. If we wanted a plow, mass amount of wealth, no. Materials, no. I'm gonna forget about the plow. We're gonna just build rope. Eight rope. Yeah, we can pay for that, it's fine. Just have that ongoing. I think, do we have another plow sitting around right now for that farm? No, we don't, but it's fine. does this work? Deploy that. That'll just take some food, that's fine. Get those horses. Frame rate's more stable. You shouldn't be seeing dropped frames anymore. I think the video quality gets bad when it drops below 30 because I publish at 30 frames. And it just dropped below 30. Well, we'll find out. You guys are over here. You the settlers? Yeah. Oh good, I got free ceramic pots. And citizens. So they disbanded. They did. Alright. Cool. Wish they'd settled over here. Why isn't this... Oh, you need the dwelling. Wait. Confused. If they're 4 out of 4, they're a tier huh? Shouldn't I be able to expand? I'm guessing the tribe all settled here. That's... Pop 2.8k makes you that. I'm guessing they all settled here and there's no housing. That's awkward. We could deal with it. I don't know what we'd do if we'd filled this tile already. That feels like that would be very, very bad. I think this is the priority. Yeah, why do we only get a second claim at tier 5? The capitals grow differently. So we also don't have this amenity. Which knocks at tier 3, we should already have that. I still feel like this fishing net is the priority. We can rush that next turn, it's fine. Then we'll get to work on the dwelling. Well, I see why you might want the dwelling ahead of when it looks like you need it. Surprise resettling. Oh. I was wrong about the... Well, the land could still continue that direction, but it's not continuing here. What are the yields of these desert tiles? As you might expect, lacking. That's a goat. Low goat. I guess the desert tiles have some gold income that some of these other ones don't. I'm uncertain if the settler, we're going to have them go all the way into there. It's the aesthetics choice, but doesn't make it necessary. Oh, we have a claim now. So they must have just taken a turn to update. The archer can go that way. I don't know where the archer went. I guess they're stacked with that. You're going to head up there. We want that dwelling being built in the main region anyway. Oh, is this? It did go up to 4. Okay. Oh, and now it stopped growing pop. And food's an issue. Well, knowing that food's an issue. That's annoying. I want this meteorite. Am I gonna get food from... No. We're not. Because we're gonna focus on something else. Alright, a hunting camp here. Could get us food. The city feels like it's gonna be food limited for a while. But we have this. Alright. The problem has been solved. Need to make sure we're getting... Alright, at least every 5 turns easily. Alright. See, you got an effective economy. You don't have to worry about the raw yields as much. So that's good. We don't have any resource... what's the word? Not deficits. There's nothing we're gonna run out of. The population is growing again, so the dwelling just lets you build the city bigger, I guess. It's not actually a priority again. Alright. Doing anything with the fur. Not that we should be ignoring things necessarily. Well, this tile has 2 materials, and it has the meteorite, so we want that. We already wanted that, but for sure we want it. And then we probably just want this one with the fish, too. That'll just give us more food. We're fine on the lumber. The materials is acceptable. We don't have any resources to give us materials yet. I think we're just gonna take that. And I don't think we can interact with the meteorite yet. I think we're fine yet. You can stop telling me about the city. Okay. Good old meteorite. Looks like we are actually slowly grabbing things from this. Dwelling's gonna take some time. I know there's a queue. We're not worried about the ceramics. I don't think we're worried about any of this. Maybe the logging camp. Just because that's a good timber tile. I don't know. I think we're getting enough of that. I think we can just leave this production queue alone. Unless we want to expedite the fishing net. What's this? Oh, you can get candles from the standard fish too. Okay. So I don't think we've set these harvesters correctly. So you need to focus on the stones. That's queued, so you can't focus on anything yet. Not. Oh, you're going to be population 5 soon, so we need to just keep that dwelling building, yeah. Lots and lots of housing for the new tribe. Listen to all them hammers. Is this the living world? Mission is to figure out where the AIs might be. How much concern is warranted.
Congratulations. You are the first nation to reach the Bronze Age.
Really? Didn't think our research was especially good, but I guess it is. Mining techniques, first warships, wheeled forces, organized religion. Okay. So those are gone. Whatever. Yeah, we're gonna want the stone pits. I'm aware. I think we're fine just to put the city here. No reason to spend another turn. There's only 2 zones there. Yeah, I know, it'd look cooler over there. But what are you gonna do, huh? That's precious stones, that's but precious rock or so. Precious metal. I wish I could put it over by the mountain. Oh well. It's gonna be fine. Not gonna choose that yet. I definitely am going to want that. It's just not the priority. Probably higher priority than the fish, but dwelling first. That farm's getting built, and then I don't know what you're gonna do next, honestly. Something. Oh, we can build the swordsman now. Maybe you do that. They're just having an apothecary boosts knowledge. So, I mean, even if it's not crafting anything. Here's an argument. I don't know that there's an argument for a hunting camp. Like, what does that just do? 1 gold per 10 production. I honestly just cancel that. Yeah. I don't think we're getting any of these for a while. A decorative vase can be made right from the start. You actually need the ceramic pots to craft a whole bunch of other things. I wonder if we really should just be getting a ceramic shop. So we don't fall behind. There's only the 2 regions there. What does a stone pit do? Just an extra one of those if there's no resource. Yeah, whatever. Don't think we can do any extra fishing nets. Could build the other farm, but that's overkill. Yeah. Why is our health 45? Oh, the city tier drops these. I see. I think the ceramic shop is the first priority. Just put it there where I think that camp was going to go before. Not going to be able to rush that anytime soon. Scout's idle. We can go for that cash. Got rope and meat. Alright, it's time to look at the tech. I feel like reviewing my footage, I think I turned off the tech randomization, which is unfortunate. But it's fine. Getting to the salted fish is a good merit. Sorry, I gotta look at things this way is better. Better production. Where are the docks built? Are those built in just this strip on the coast, maybe? Actually not too far away from being able to build the Colossus either. Wonder when... Oh, the architecture is starting to adapt now that we're in the Bronze Era. Look at that. Things are becoming more stone. Look, distinctly Korean. Or, is that distinctly Korean or just distinctly Asian? Someone, I'm sure, will have better insight on that. What all might we want? There's no one to trade with, but is that really an issue? Roads between cities would be nice. Trading posts. Generates wealth. We are focused on wealth right now. And I think we're going to remain focused. I don't really care about that wonder. That prosperity bonus, though. Yeah, more elephants. Don't think we do have access to elephants. Oh, the carriages, though. We have horse access. There's a lot of things that boost wealth. That's just a straight plus 20, though. Weaver. Also, you see these little check marks? Means we can already make those things somewhere else. That's prosperity bonuses. There's a lot of things that'll boost prosperity. Okay. Just a matter of what can we make. Unfortunately, like looking at the trade goods here, I can't see what ingredients it needs. So I can't tell how easily I could craft that versus the tunics. Oh, here's this. We would need a lot more tools. We haven't been making the tools. Bonus to all city quality of life. I'm uncertain if we're actually going to make the pyramid. I feel like there might be higher priorities. I don't really care about leather working. There's not enough there. Masterpiece creation, huh? Found a religion. I don't think that's our first priority. That's the decorative face, which I guess we don't already have the ability to make. Bakery wheel. You need a wheel for the carriages, well, of course, yeah. So carriages takes multiple researches and steps to get to that. As does the fabric into the tunics. What, may I ask, is the correct choice? Could stick with the fish and the growth. This is where I really wish I could see the ingredients for things without having to pull this open, but let's pull this open. Let's see how easy it's going to be to learn. Is Xeric? I don't know what the word Xeric means, but that's okay. That's not relevant right now. AI assisted air conditioners. Well, we're not making any of that anytime soon. Carriages. Alright, you can make things without ingredients. Ingredients are just boosts. Gotcha. You can use materials instead of wheels. That's an interesting way of looking at things. A carriage obviously doesn't work without a wheel, but yeah. It's a strategy game, it's not a realistic economy builder game. The horse is basically necessary, though. It's like, yeah, you can do things, and you can do things at a reasonable enough pace to make it actually useful. So we could do the carriages. The other one was tunics. Oh, it says here it takes 1800 production. A tunic takes 300 production. And it basically had the same bonus, did it not? Fabric or leather? You basically need the fabric. Cool, I can just click that. Fabric can be made from the fur we already have. Can be made from any of these. Wheel. Pretty easy to make. Just make it out of whatever. It's not actually a huge list of crafted ingredients, so that's good. Don't have to overthink. I think you can also make some of these harvested ones. Like this food oil. No, maybe not. I read that as Mama Llama for some reason. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Alright, so what were all of our choices? There was the tunics that looked the easiest to build. There was the carriages, which is the less easy choice. We're trying to maximize prosperity unless we just go for the fish and the growth. Just getting this government type would be helpful. Trade goods, that's the other one. Which one of these was resources? The box. So, trade goods. Oops, there we go. Takes up quite a bit. And you want a variety of things. Okay. This is an amenity, I believe. It's a consumable. Alright, so in order to boost the prosperity a lot, you need a variety of resources. That makes sense. We have not been making a variety. Maybe we'd even want to pivot from the ropes to the baskets. Yeah, it's not obvious to me what direction we want to go. Trading post on its own doesn't do particularly much, it just generates some wealth. The stable's minus health. I don't know that we really want to just tank our health chasing that. I want to get some salted fish online first. All of these are going to require at least a couple of buildings to make, I feel like. Maybe we do just target the pyramid. Limited in the tools, unfortunately. We'd want another workshop. It's doable. I don't think we'd pick this tech first, though. Textile masterpiece, huh? Fabric and weavers are enabled from sales. So that would allow us to start building the weaving stuff. And then we could pivot into that. Or this is just going to want to go direct. There's definitely a proper order to do things. It's only one horse every 7 turns. Giving one horse resource is not something you base your whole economy around. Fair enough. I think we start with sales. And then at that point we choose masonry and pyramids. Or leaving. Or potentially the trading, but I don't know. Well, what did we need to make the trade goods again? We have some amount of fur getting handled. Timber is fine to use. And we either want decorative vases or baskets. I don't know, maybe we'll try to do the pyramid and then go into that. Either way, we're starting with the sales. Alrighty. New city. Here, tell me how much of those I have. We still have the jewelry as well for prosperity. Aha. Which one of these do we want to start with? Probably just the feast. So we can just put them to work on a feast. They're self-sustainable at that point. Cool. The archer's just hanging around. I think maybe we want to immediately put them to work on ceramics or something that's going to take forever to make. That's okay. Don't know that we're going to be making apothecaries. Secondary butcher shop wouldn't be bad. But the cured meats do prosperity. Might actually just be better than the fish. It's less for different amount of turns. So the amenities not all last for the same amount of turns. So I'm not sure how you actually make the pots. I'm guessing that's materials. This is going to be the materials sieve, like, if we're to specialize it to such a degree. I'm not sure I need you making that many feasts, actually. I'm gonna calm down on that. Somebody is idle. We're just gonna keep at it with these ropes. That's not worth doing. Not worried about the plow that we don't have. Unless we already have one, we don't already have one. So you're just gonna go without. I'm not sure that's how you farm horses, but okay. We'll just say they're shoveling manure. Maybe they actually are. Let's believe it ourselves, yeah. Concerned about the pace of the development here. Don't want to run out of those, and if those... Yeah, these amenities don't all last for 10 turns. That's snuck up on me. I think we need to pay for that, unfortunately. Or just put that back on feasts. Well, then you have the question of who should have the feast and who should have, like, jewelry or something else. I think they should have that so we don't run out of the cured meats. I don't know if we still get that last turn of the amenity or how that works. My brain's not doing so well with all this going on. It's probably gonna be a shorter episode. We need to know what's going on in those tiles, unfortunately. And even more unfortunate, the answer was nothing of note. Continue scouting. Surely this isn't like an entire huge peninsula that's just us. That's just going to encourage me not to build a military. That's like already a problem I have with these games.
Sighted young man approaches your advisors. He bows deeply before formally asking to be taken on in their care as an apprentice. His tribe's elders explained that the request is an immense honor, and that the young man would be in your nation's service as long as you provide him education, food, and housing.
I mean, consider the request. There's not really a reason not to do it now. I guess if you didn't have the wealth. Right? I don't see a reason not to accept that. It's this tribe. Let's get them out of that hostility. me. Let me turn those yields off. We're a little too busy. We're already just sitting at 30 FPS again. Unfortunate. I don't know what late game's gonna look like. I am concerned. And there's no AI this way either. Should we be focusing on rapid expansion, perhaps? Chocolate syrup. Alright, stop the presses. Let's change everything and focus on that. No, I'm kidding. We should confirm that this is cut off. Just takes so many turns to do that. This thing is... I swear you have a queue. You do. Rush the dwelling. I don't know why it hides the queue. We can at least tick some of these off. This thing's in the way. Actually, rush that too. What about... Well, that's the same project, basically. Yeah. Of course, it's in the way again. When do I get a third amenity? Soon. Depleted in 5 turns. Sure? Oh. We had more jewelry than that. You're gonna pivot into jewelry. Maybe you make that indefinitely. Forget about micromanaging this one. Anything we can do to keep that going? The jewelry isn't really that useful. Instead of overly focusing on that, maybe we should focus on getting another production thing online. Not production, prosperity thing. That's just a tax income boost. We need another workshop. That's what we need. I don't know why I'm thinking that it's okay just to have like one of everything. It's not. You'll be getting your meteorite thingy online. So that dwelling is done. You, my scouty friend. You better not cry. You better not scout. Or Santa Ara's coming tonight. I don't know. What did I just neglect to notice? I think we wanted to check on the metrics again shortly. Do these guys level up from hunting? Like, is that like a useful thing to be doing? We're gonna assume so. Good, get that checked off. You can only make these, so that's what you will be doing. I must have picked these up from a cache. We'll hold on to it for the decorative faces. I can afford to do that, that's okay. That'll renew just fine. Just checking out our civilization with that lag spike that hit. Unfortunate. The dwelling is done. Can I quick save? The lag spikes are making me a little nervous. A day at the beach. They've joined the mermen. It's fine. How's our precious stones going on? We are not gaining it quicker than we are spending it. Unfortunate. We do want to get that other shellfish online. It'll happen when it happens. Not actually sure that ceramic shop is useful. So we'll probably pivot off of that. You really need to get this production up to collect these resources at a reasonable pace, don't you? Yeah, we're gonna keep on with the fishing. We'll look at the Paragon in a second. Anytime I'm far away from all the AIs, the first thing I wonder is, are they all fighting each other somewhere? Surely they must be. Let's check on the scoreboard. Absolute disaster. It's fine. It's not that bad. See, that's good. Interesting that we have the largest pop, but the least populous city. We're keeping up on the expansion. Definitely good on the research. I'm sure they're just finishing all the techs, is what it is. Keeping up on the city count. Military is what it is. It's fine. Keeping up on production. Doubt anyone's done that yet. no one's built the Stonehenge. No one's figured out the other stuff yet. I don't think we're doing bad. Wealth gained is 0. Wonder what the threshold for this is. Because we're building for commerce, so we just don't have any of the points yet, so... That's interesting. I don't think the score actually means anything at this point in the game. Yeah, I don't think we're far enough to actually be earning points. Alright, so we already have a chief advisor who's engineering, right? Are you the same one from last time? Yeah, you're from last time. And the other ones are new. Where's the Paragon screen? I don't actually... Well, that's why our production is good. Here, chief advisor. So the other Paragons can be the other types of advisors. So that'd be more production toward triumphs. Well, if we wanted to build the pyramid, that's how you do it. Thing is, I don't know how these masterpieces work. That +5 research is pretty solid. Actually, I think that plays in with our civ. We were expecting some textile masterpiece thing in the future. Looks like you have access to most things. Masterpiece crafter. You have to assign the Paragon to the building, huh? Let's see what what we get from tech, because there was something, right? Maybe not. Force strength from schools. And maybe we don't have any thing related to research. Okay. We're gonna go for the pyramid thing.
Deified Egyptian politician, high priest, and step pyramid architect.
I'm not sure how easily you can move them around. That's what I'm concerned about. Surely it's easy, because there's no reason to have this yet. I don't want to waste the turns. No, that's not useful. That's not useful. Military improvements, we don't have those. Put you there. What happens if we click that? I guess you lose a turn resettling them. I'm not sure if that mountain signals the edge of the map or if that's actually just something we saw in the distance because it's tall. There are questions to be answered. We're doing good at avoiding running out of the resources again. When can I rush that? What's going on with the tech and things? 2 turns. We're gonna want the Weaver. I don't know where it's gonna get built. I'm not sure we're gonna do anything with the fish. I know we could do that. I guess that means you have 2 extra armies. It's like we have a lot of sea resources, but does that indicate we're going to want a navy? I don't know. Probably if we're isolated by land, most of our military will be by sea, right? So maybe we do want that. Yeah, we'd have to find a way to get metal ingots. I'm not overly worried about. I don't remember what call I was making. The ceramic shop versus the fishing net, I think. Now, without production, how do you actually get this up? Not sure what production is determined by. Making a stockpile of the pots isn't really a bad decision. The Great Lighthouse looks more useful with the merchants. We can rush that. And I think we will. We're going to want a weaver next, which we can't make right now. Unless we want another butcher shop. Concerned that I'm running out of tiles. But I don't want to build things in the center. Because there's bonuses to doing things there later. Any wonder is going to need its own region to itself. Have to remember that as well. I think waste some turns on swordsman. You probably won't be wasting turns on that. We'll see. Not clear to me which city we're actually gonna be building things in. So this one is slowly catching up on various things. Next turn you're gonna want that. So we're gonna want more cured meats, probably. I don't know. I think we're fine. I don't know if I maybe should have rushed that instead. I just clicked the first thing that popped up. Wonder might actually end up getting built in that city. Not sure. Why are you not... Can only a scout pick up a cache? Alright, well, figure out what's in the ocean. Whole lot of nothing. Go hunt that random wolf over there. When are you getting another pop? 5 turns. Okay. Could probably reduce the turns, but I'm not worried about it. That's probably what we should have spent our rush on. Did you finish building workshop? Yes. Which we do have tools for. Oh, you can just throw a rope in there and permanently have rope. Okay. Just use wealth and materials, it's fine. Build me one of those. And then we'll make infinite baskets. With wealth and timber. I need an extra rope. I need extra 2 ropes. Hopefully that's actually doing something useful. Spitting them out every 2 turns instead of every 3. If we want to ever have that 10 ropes, then yeah. We have to actually do that. So we are targeting the pyramid. I don't think I can look at the text this turn. Honestly, wouldn't mind grabbing more wealth. But if we're targeting the pyramid, we need somewhere to build it. That's a tempting territory. Is there anything better? It's land. We don't want to waste a resource. Could put it over there. feel like there's the aesthetic choice of having it on the other side of the ocean. We have to clear that region of the wildlife, that's fine. And there's the choice of putting it here. The aesthetic of being within the Empire. Yeah, it's the obvious pick. We don't want to settle things in there. That's easy enough. We have... Oh, that's only one space. It's still fine. Well, it just so happens that there's not a shortfall of food. This health is becoming a thing. I think there is a population size that you kind of max out at in this era. That's my impression. Just because the quality of the amenities that you have access to. Why am I building a ceramic shop again? Because I'm going to want to have these decorative vases. I don't even know when that unlocks. I'd like to see the tech tree without changing that. Okay. It was not under trade goods. It was not under masonry. But the palace needs ceramic pots and ropes. We're going to need the palace and the pyramid. Alright, I don't think building the ceramic shop is a problem. Or that the fish thing is particularly high priority. There's a difference between these caches. Goods, amenity, and supply sounds more valuable than just resources, right? I'm not sure that it's that obvious. Or that straightforward. Not sure what dock or where docks can be built, but we'll figure that out. We'll see about the salted fish, if that's easier to make than the meats we're already doing. No, wait, there's so many things we need. It's ridiculous. Pretty sure we already had that. Okay. Where are the AIs? It's at 13 frames a second. And now we're idling around 22. You kidding me, man? The game's on medium settings, medium high mix. The resolution scaled down. And this was a $700 graphics card 5 years ago. Performance equivalent to this is like 350 new. I think for 350, you should be able to expect a solid, solid 60 at medium settings. Pushing some of them to high. Come on, at least 45. You know, there's not really much use to just throwing numbers around, but doesn't feel right. Performance is a poo. Yeah, these meats don't boost the health at all. But they boost the production, they boost the prosperity. Alright, docks. Oh. No, those still take up a zone. Well, you certainly can't build one of everything. 10% production is nothing, though. But the ability to produce the navies is not nothing. I mean, are we allowed to just ignore that and put docks over here? Maybe not on that side. I don't think we care about exploring the ocean right now. I don't think we care about the corn here either, honestly. Nah. It's fine. There's enough fish to go around. We're not worried about that. We really don't need the swordsman. I don't know if we are considered having roads between the cities with having adjacent regions. Aesthetically, it's not. You know, the roads don't connect with the people who are walking between them, so I don't know. Explain that. Our wealth generation is terrible right now. Wait until we can rush that. It's not yet. How by one? I got another wheel. I'll just keep picking up the caches. I don't know what to think of that mountain range. So I'll just not think anything. Is that bats? Tobacco. Wealth, you say? Do like the sound of that. That's actually a very good region. Fourth city location, perhaps?
Speaker for the tribe meets with your emissary to inform you on their recent struggles. We are building a monument the likes of which the world has never seen. But our master builder has taken ill and is bedridden. His mind can't simply be replaced. Do you have a master builder that could help us finish this project?
Hmm. Well, I don't know about that, man. 5 build production. What's the capital doing right now? So thank you for letting me close those event menus and check things. Not all games let you do that. Alright, we don't have anything critical going on here. Resources are... yeah. Going in and going out. We'll get the prestige. I wonder if you gain stuff for just destroying the tribes too. But whatever. It's not what we're doing. I wonder if that's like the equator, the tropical. This is the Arctic. So they told us that's like half the size of the map in that direction. Maybe. I'm gonna go back and collect at least that cash. Might be an argument to having another actual scout. Crafting is eating my gold. We were going to rush something and forgot to do it. It's fine. We have our crafter on the corn over here. You have a claim. You can make rope. Do you make it any faster? No. You can make baskets. Oh. Well, that's useful. What does giving you this actually do? It doesn't say. I feel like they should help with the rope production and then go into fabrics. Alright. You can do 4, or we can take that out of there. You do 3. Give you that. Not sure we're actually gaining anything doing that. But it's fine. And then... oh, you can build 1 rope. And then you're going to fabric. With the fur we have plenty of. And just outright make 1 fabric a turn with that. Gotcha. Why don't you go ahead and use up the fur? Maybe even just try to make 10 of that. Once you're done with your rope. Why is this emptied? Oh, because we just became 5. I do like the idea of increasing the happiness and the prosperity. I mean, that does the happiness too. And the prosperity isn't going to tick over to another level from that. So I'll just do a feast. Getting concerned about those running out. We are going to put this wheel in there. I don't notice that that did anything. I don't know. It says craft production. Whatever. Infinite baskets for... not sure we need to pay for that. You have a claim. You finished your ceramic shop. Which I guess they could use tools. You're gonna want money too, aren't you? Of course you are. Everyone wants the money. There you go. Got to have the money. Workshops have their thing. You would want tools. Or a wheel. I don't know. We just give up our other wheel. Just like that. Fine. I hope you're doing more with it than I am aware of. Fishing boats can't be boosted. Do need to make sure they are all getting fish. Or stones. I'll check that claim out in a second. Don't worry about that. Oh, we have finished this. We are getting the precious rocks. Or we could be getting metal ingots and making that Colossus. Don't know that that's what our strategy is. Or you want tools too. Should have saved the tools. Now, we want tools. Just one. Rope first. Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth in this game, isn't there? Infinite feasts. Got spice from somewhere. Got grain from somewhere too. Oh, you can make the feast just from raw grain. Maybe I should have built that corn farm. Oh well. No, you don't have much to think about right now. That's good. This is what we are thinking about. Do we want the cured meats or the fish? The fish lasts even less time. What is the production cost of these? Can we tell that? No, we can't. Alright, there it is. 350 for a fish, 500 for cured meat. So it's easier to make fish than it is meat. Look, all these things have their own sound effect. I mean, I say it's easier to make the fish. It lasts a turn less, so it probably works out. So it's a question of prosperity and happiness versus health. And we're kind of running out of zones to build things in, so... You know... I want fish for that other city. I want them to grow quickly. But we're also about to run out of meat. I don't know that we can actually... like, take this meat out of here at all. I don't know. Let's do it that way. How much fish are we gaining? We're gaining fish quicker than we're spending fish, so that's good. If I wanted 2 fish, use whatever salt we have. Maybe we just make 1 fish. Do it that way and then put it back on the meat. You're gonna need housing. Yeah. Getting away without putting housing in here. Now it's time to look at the claims. Except I don't know what I actually need, so... makes that a little difficult. Furs would be useful. Venison for the cured meats would be useful. Whales would be useful. Everything's useful, yay. I feel like we need to just get those whales online at this point. Like, I know there's another shellfish over there, but... what can we do about it? Also, how many precious stones do we really need? We don't even have any? Of course not. That's unfortunate. Take way too long to grow over there just for that. Maybe there's something to be said about these regions that have a lot of building zones in them as well, because some of these have only been 2. That's 4. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's more to look at than the resources. I've been ignoring that factor. Hmm. Fine on the lumber, we're fine on the materials. Gold's an issue. Hunting camps provide gold, though. But where's that city going to want to expand next? But before we grab that tile, let's make sure we're not intruding. Probably have enough options. Can't tell how many zones they have from here. There's more horses over there. Maybe we want to expand around the coast toward the horses. Not particularly feeling like going into the Arctic regions. As cool as they are. I am an AI. Listen to my puns. Yeah, sure. We'll go toward the horses, I think, and leave that territory for the other city. Yeah, we get the 2 gold income. I want to keep the gold income for this city high. So we'll just start looping around. It'll be a long city. Now we can actually build things, like docks. I'm not sure why that's colored like that. Oh, right. We don't have access to that yet. Here. Still no AIs anywhere to be seen. Which makes me very suspicious. I should probably just be hunting things too. Yeah. I don't know. Sorry about having all the clutter on the screen. Try not to overly clutter things. So we're gonna just have that swordsman available. Frame rate's absolutely disgusting at this point. I really hope that's not ruining the video. So we're not even out of the ancient era and we're 17 consistent. That's unacceptable. Remember at the beginning of this episode, it went up to 50 when I zoomed in. I mean, at least just sitting here watching the animations, it doesn't look... Why are you dancing? It doesn't look that ridiculous. Do they dance when you put the cursor over them or something? They stop and do things when you put the cursor on them. Yeah. That reminds me of old school games. You click on things and things happen. I know it's not descriptive, but like that was a classic in old games. You get cheesy comedy for just clicking on things. There's definitely some of those vibes in this game, like 90s. Not necessarily all comedy, but the fun of the 90s. Well, you could have a decorative vase and then give you a permanent bonus, huh? As with that wine that we're not using anywhere else. Sure. Oh. Oh, -1 knowledge? That's not bad for 10 happiness. Permanently. I should have done that ages ago. Well, we're happy and we're rich. That's all that matters, right? Who cares about the other metrics? I wonder why you have this defense buff. It's gotta be from one of the buildings. I'm starting to forget what I was doing, so we are gonna have to call this episode soon. Pretty much exactly 2 hours again. It's always when I first check, isn't it? I have a
City streets bustle and brim with life. Neighbors meet and chat in the square. Merchants weave back and forth with their wares, and passers-by scurry past with a purpose. Your nation is admired for the vibrant energy teeming within its borders.
Cool. 10,000 pop. Hey, look, that's a high prestige score. Well, there you go. Let's see how we manage to do that. The 10,000 pop, probably, for the act goal, yeah. That's pretty cool. I know it's still too soon to say it means anything, but... I think we're doing good. I know they're going to be there soon, but we got there first, and that's what counts. Still, this is funny. It's so contradictory to the population thing. I'm already having concerns about snowballing just because that production is so far ahead, but... How many tactical decisions have I actually made at this point? Like... Surely... I can't be playing the game that well. What's going on with that wonder? Oh, you need tools for that. Oops. That's awkward. Yeah, like I said, surely I can't be playing the game all that well. Guess what? Alright. That's going to take forever and a day to build. You are going to go down 2 ropes. Where's my weaver? Wish these weren't sorted by region. I wish they were just a list for the whole city. Unless there's some reason that it should be done the way that it's being done. I am just ignorant of. So we shouldn't have been putting those tools in every building that can accept them too. Your workshop 1. Workshop 2 is doing endless baskets. That's part of the problem. Yeah, do 5 of them. You only managed to make 1 basket. I'm not impressed. And then workshop 1 only needs to do 5 of them. I don't even know if I should finish building that rope. The Weaver can do it. It's fine. We'll assume that'll all kind of finish around the same time. Just don't ask me when that time is. Workshops are as equipped as they can get. The ceramic shop probably wants tools. Of course they do. There, you're not getting them. I don't know why I thought there was 2 ceramic shops. You must have canceled one of them. I don't know. Does it even matter? Modifiers affecting the city. Yeah, I don't know. They're boosting other improvements. Farms boost farms. So yes, there would have been an argument to building the corn farm, but whatever. Not everything is the obvious choice. Yeah, I don't know, man. That costs too much to rush. I feel like there's value in rushing things. I don't even know if there is, really. We should just let the money build up rather than spending it as you get it. I'm just, it takes money to make money is how I process it. We desperately need to remember not to build anything over here. Oh, let me get one other zone. That's unfortunate. This is a good tile. Wonder if there's a way we could boost the speed in which we're getting a tile. What determines growth? Obviously the health. Which means that putting that fish in here might actually be a thing. Maybe we won't commit to building a wonder there. I don't know. There's nowhere to put it here, and this isn't growing any quicker, so... Not getting built over here. It's gonna have to be here. Bit unfortunate. Did I just build another settler? No, I have a city cap. What happens if you go over the city cap in this game, though? There it is. It's the city cap. Without taking penalties. Alright, what are the penalties? Maybe I want to take them. Penalty to happiness. I think we can afford that, though. It wouldn't be forever. Might just go ahead and do that. Say whatever. I don't care about your penalty. Certainly plenty of improvements in this game. Just enough leaders to fill this out. I wonder if they picked the size of this text or something just based on having this a perfect fit. This is the way I process things. Like, leaders are important to developers because that's the story they want to tell is the leaders they have available. To this encyclopedia, and the text size might have been. I don't know, but I also scaled up the text size and the accessibility menu, so that might completely disconnect those two thoughts if I interfered with it. Yeah, okay, whatever. When I said that the developers want to tell a story, they certainly thought hard about what masterpieces they put in this game. They named every one of them. Give me an example of a textile masterpiece, please. The Triumph of Fate. Okay. Okay. Death over chastity. What? How do those two concepts relate? Curious. If I remember it long enough, I might have to look this up. I'm wondering about the concept behind that now. See, you click on a masterpiece, there's stuff to think about in these. I can't think right now, my brain's injured. I need to be called this episode before I'm just hurting myself with this stupid MECFS. The worst thing you can do with this disability is not scale back when your body is telling you need to stop. It's where I'm just idly browsing this encyclopedia. I mean, yeah, this is why you come to my channel. I click on things other channels may not click on. You know, can enjoy the music, see how useful and detailed this game's encyclopedia is. So we certainly open it a lot in Humankind and get frustrated. This one's not frustrating me. It's actually getting me somewhat invested in it, so there's a point for this game. First impressions? Should I be giving first impressions at this point? Well, I can't give complete first impressions because we haven't met or interacted with an AI or done anything military at this point. I will say, with 3 cities, it's becoming an entertaining back and forth. All this dwelling stuff I missed. Becoming an entertaining back and forth with the production and the crafting. There's nothing frustrating about it at this point in time. It keeps you paying attention without making the turns like drag on or anything. There's no... It's not micromanagey. Not in this era. Performance is definitely the defining feature in my first impressions so far. That's atrocious. The graphics don't warrant the performance. The textures in the land, they look dated, unfortunately. I'm not sure why the game doesn't seem to look as good as the screenshots on the line, unless the ultra settings really beef it up a lot. Because we did have everything on high for the first episode. It doesn't look that much, if any, noticeably worse on medium to my eyes. At least, there's nothing I can point a finger at and say it looks worse. Maybe the overall is why I'm less impressed with it. The living world thing seems like a gimmick at this point. It's different. It makes the game stand apart. But I think that the lack of the hexes and this more tiled approach to things is doing a lot more for the game than the graphics and the visual of zooming in. Don't ask me how they would do this zone thing without allowing you to zoom in and without just making it look like this. But yeah. The exploring, I mean, there's a good variety of resources. And they've certainly done it right where things simplify. Yeah, so you get the variety of resources, you're discovering new things as you explore without it becoming completely new production chains and too unique. They've got that balance correct. I do kind of want to settle to get this tobacco, just because it gives gold. But that's distant. I feel like a lot of the screenshots, they were like zoomed in, or they moved the camera further to view the horizon. I'm curious why I can't get the same camera angles. It's not just the graphics. Sure. And things will probably become more impressive as the cities build up in the later eras. I appreciate the sound design. That's done quite well. The foliage density is definitely one of the things that's lacking graphics-wise. I know they can't push it without doing some crazy optimizations. The art style is excellent. We'll give them that. I just wish I didn't have to turn down the resolution and so on. Because there's a lot of fine details. This is a game that wants to be played at 4K. I mean, I don't have a 4K monitor or capable computer, but built for 4K for sure. Yeah, I mean, the only systems I've really interacted with are the production chains, which I am liking it. kind of hard on me mentally, cognitively. But that's me. I have disability. Most people don't. So that's not necessarily a useful impression to give. I definitely am. I am feeling the one more turn thing. We're not going to deploy that. It's fine. We are going to play one more turn, by the way. Oh. It is generating interesting, if flat, land masses. I did see in the one review I read that there's a lack of tactics and positioning because there's no high ground, there's no river crossing, there's no, defense in a forest. There's none of those bonuses when it comes to war, so I'm not actually sure what any of the tactics are when it comes to war. I think you can stack units within one region, so there isn't particularly a choke point. Oh, there's no way I'm not leaving on a cliffhanger with that. I gotta be that guy. We also want that cash before they get it. That's just to start the next episode with a bang, but yeah, I like the land mass generation. It is very flat, actually. I'm sure a large part of that is to have the cities look decent. If you've ever played a city builder with a lot of height variation, you get buildings just up on foundations. They don't... It seems to be a challenge getting things to aesthetically build procedurally on... what's the word? Elevation, diverse land. That's obviously not the correct word, but it gets the meaning across. So I'm sure that was a design decision made for that reason. I mean, this is a grassland. You'd expect that to be flat. It's prairie kind of flat. That's not unheard of. Snowy region, you definitely... Most snowy regions, you'd expect there to be a bit more. So watch the bear hunt that deer. See if you think they ever actually catch them and eat them, or is it just an endless run around? Oh yeah, the deer's gonna chase the bear. They're having fun. Like if you've ever owned a cat and a dog, you think the dog's picking on the cat until the one day you look and the dog's running from the cat. And it's like, oh, okay. They're getting along after all. Yeah. I still need to explore that. Yeah, lack of verticality. Map generation looks interesting. Don't know how it plays into tactics in any way yet. I like exploring because the resources... The wild animal hunting thing... I feel like that could get annoying, and if you, what's the word I'm thinking of? In follow-up games, like it's unique for the first couple games, and then it's just a hassle that delays you from scouting. Yeah. I think that's all the first impressions I can actually give at this point. You'll notice I didn't say good, bad, recommend, not recommend. I didn't say anything like that because it's too soon. I can't make a purchasing decision or anything right now. So yeah, until next time, this has been Kevin, Resilient ME, signing off.